Right. I'm gonna do this because I forget to constantly. I'll be good today. Definitely gonna forget by the time I hit rotation. $35 on new speedrun. That's pretty good. I was like, under a minute is pretty freaking good, given outside of, like, the ping and the tweet that I do. I don't really have a sense of, like, consistency about start times. It's gonna take a while to get used to that jump, that just feels so weird. Actually just messing with the height in my head that I've known for the past, like, 5.5 years. We'll see how it goes. I think it'll be fun. I'm looking at Discord, I feel like they changed the font on this. Why is the font so weird? Strange. Blades. No one on my team is using anything that could buff this patch, what the heck? Where's the new toy syndrome? I thought they crushed that or what? That guy, like... Okay, this whole lobby is like that. Oh my god. Bro? That was like a solid 5 to 10 seconds where nothing actually processed? Okay. It was still somehow before the minute mark. Interesting. Kind of just staring at the junior dumbfounded, like, you see this? Is it me? Is it you? Is the roller? Dude, nice. Good start. Great start even. Alright, let's see if we can last longer than a single minute. That'd be epic. Yeah, there's the Apple players. Like, it's Rainmaker. It got buffed. I feel like both of them got buffed as well. Damn. I don't know why I dropped with them. Air roller. A big chillin'. Aww. Oh. I like if the devs forget that Gluga's in this game. I think I have a cooler. Yeah, I want to try Jetpack. The options aren't exactly plentiful. The only other inkjet weapons are Try and Ballpoint. I think Ballpoint actually might have some niche like Rainmaker use, but I don't know. I try strong on this map, I just hate Mistle. The beacon's up there. I was like, where is it? Yeah, my question is this, it should be easier to do this now. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, they died to Exhaust, that's funny. I really like pre-patch I was like, you had to like hug the wall to even like time that it sucked. Like barely on over the ledge. Feels like a very nothing happens kind of game, but at once. We're stalling Hammer Reef Slider, let's put it that way. Yeah, I just ignore this. Alright. That was weird. I feel like I didn't even do anything because I didn't. Might go Dilly too. Dilly has a main weapon buff, is cool. But I'd still say Dilly went down just because crab nerf, but it's more fun at least. Yeah, Squeeze likes a spot bomb. So current Squeeze has some wall. Although I'm personally not a fan of Zuko just because I despise the idea it's just such a latency-based special because you need to actually direct the opponent on their screen, which is stupid as hell. Literally, oh, my opponent's laggy, so my good aim Zuko gets, like, punished. I hate that design. I'm not exactly thrilled about any Zuko on the weapons I like. If they ever add it. Yeah, it really needs a kit badly. I feel like you could just put the L3D kit on Emperor and it'd be happy, even with the Burst Bomb nerf. Like, Burst Bomb Jetpack is strong, especially with how big the 50 damage hitbox is now. Yeah, Selection was always, like, whatever on K-Dually, too. It's like, it's never bad to have a lead, but it doesn't actually, like, actively use it, so I wasn't a fan. It was more just like, oh, it's a dually with Baller when Baller was good. Yeah, no, the way Zuko works is, like, you have to get hit on your own screen. Again, like, if anyone's, like, laggy, then, like, you're not gonna kill them if you're hitting them on your screen. Kill the sword. Okay, we have triple jetpack, literally every jetpack weapon in the game on our team. Mad goofy. Oh, QR on Viper, you're weird. I don't want the old Emperor kit. I think repeating kits from the last game is boring as hell. I don't want anything to do that. Like, the only time I would accept that is if it's a different main weapon, but, like, literally one-for-one is like, why are you even playing Splatoon 3 if that's the case? I think it should be actually, like, unique. Curling also is, like, one of, like, the weakest subs right now, so I don't even want that. Like, Peak Emperor was fun because curling used to actually, like, not be complete garbage. This is so underwhelming right now. That's like, I don't care about it. If they shoot that. If you're a T-Tech, how are you not hitting that? Like, no one else hitting people? I swear I'm crazy. I'm just like in a different lobby than these people. How would you do that? nice defense. This is one of those games. I'm just questioning how they really can't free fire with like like 2 weapons with bombs when they let the opponent get the lead. Like they weren't even dead. I think it's like actually no awareness. Kind of like the opponent if you get lead. Yeah, this is. Oh my god, everyone's just bad at this game. I guess it's awful. Get me out of this lobby. Yeah, Reflex Field's better, but it's like hard to really explain why. I don't even want a second kit on Reflex right now. I just think it's better that like it's less about missile output because there's no downtime on missile and that you actually have to play the main weapon in between. Reflex is actually fun. It's still like it's still just a worse Swiffer as a main weapon to me outside of being a lightweight and having like broken tap shot paint, but like it's more competent as a main weapon, which I think is the goal here. My Reflex sounds kind of fun right now. Maybe when I get 3-star. Yeah, I still don't know why they didn't do Zipcaster on Neo Splash. I think that would have been more fun. Just, oh, it's another bomb it's another lethal bomb with trip strike weapon. At the very least, they like kind of retroactively added a zip this patch because Slosher Deco got like pretty sizable buffs. I don't think it's like a meta-defining weapon, but it's definitely more threatening, which is the goal. You don't just like 3-shot people for zipping and actually abusing stage geometry now, which is good. Like, I don't know, I'm just happy with this patch. It feels like a lot of things are just like better when they tone down Crab a bit, which I think is good for the health of the game. I still think Crab is like probably top tier, but it's just not as just like there's more counterplay and there's more downside and there's less like egregiously like overtuned stuff about it. Okay, you all just drop. Yeah, I think it just makes, like, as a main weapon, it just makes Slosher a lot scarier, which is good. Nice one. I think the line marker actually killed them. Funny. okay when you're not playing objective, but sure. Ah, Dapple players. Your weapon gets buffed, but the awareness stays the same. I was gonna say, please hit this. I got her. I got the buff for a second. I was like, how did they pick up the cooler when it was so far? This is the buff, I guess. I definitely should have gone here and not here, but well. You're in class right now. Focus on class cooker. Heck you. Trying to get cure on the glasses. Yeah, I don't really know what I want on either of those weapons. I don't really think they'll do anything crazy on Nautilus, honestly, because the main weapon's kind of insane. But the fact they toned down Burst Bomb a little bit helps weapons like Nautilus a tiny bit. The Cat sucks is like, I think Rain is really cool on it, but I just think Center is just a really underwhelming kind of sub-weapon. For like Nautilus specifically. I think Rain has like I think Rain is actually really like strong in this game, but it's just the options with it kind of blow right now. I think Siege is really good on some maps. I think Expo could be. I don't count Blob. Blob doesn't freaking count. Yeah, Nautilus was like that last game too, so I'm not surprised. I don't really know what you ask for it though, because it's not really a weapon that like relies on a kit to be strong. I think it's more just the meta's unfavorable for it right now. At the very least, like before this patch, because frickin' Burst Bomb the video game and Fizzy Bomb the video game is like god awful for weapons like Nautilus. I feel like I keep either hitting my stick, or like, I don't know, I feel like something is very off about my aim right now. I feel like Wall is too map specific in this game. Even then, like, I don't think there's, like... I don't, it doesn't feel like it's immediately threatening. It's like a 52 with wall to me. It's like, it's just a much better kill time, and it's way better, like... Some things that... Squeeze is still good at, but it requires, like, more execution, but... And it's just awkward. I don't want this anymore. Or dropped as RP, you're crazy. Last year, so out of position. I mean, actually, no, it's a normal crap spot. Makes sense. That's really bad. I mean, a drop there. Yeah. Well, that's kind of fed. You left the rep alone for that. You like that? Oh, okay, alright. Bro is AFK or trolling or something. I see. Yeah, bro, starring, alright. Cool. Thank you, Splash-O-Matic. Damn. Okay, we'll win without them, right? Totally. Oh my god. Middle finger emojiing the spot so hard right now. If you do that in solo queue lobbies, you're out unironically like a horrible person. Anyways. Hey, if you're AFK, just turn off your switch or something, man. Bro's just standing in the corner and trying to throw actual loser behavior. Got the Kibar at least. I definitely felt the 50 damage hitbox size buff on the third kill of that jetpack though. Felt pretty legit. forgot that I keep forgetting that. Well, I keep forgetting because I don't really have video because usually people are pretty good about it, but I forget if you want to report someone it's on the terminal now. Forgot to DC yourself. Just gonna stand in the corner. How do you, forget? Yeah, this one. You. I just think the setup time on walls is really awkward in this game. It's just for like the flow of the game, I don't know. It's like the first 6 months meta just feels like you're just like cross-firing and like throwing stuff, slash like... It's a lot of like, you know, burst on fizzy the same areas together, like combo the burst with like the machines and stuff. And like, you know, like top tier specials are just like crab booyah. Muscle's top tier, but it comes with the downside of having to run like Flingza or Reflex. The wall's like a weird sub because like I feel like it's the kind of sub you never want to overtune because, you know. And again, to like the 96 territory and one on like the K-Gal territory in 2, where it's like if you overtune something that has wall, it just feels like so ridiculously unfun to fight. It's not like wall and rapid pro deco. That I still want. I think wall is really good synergy on that weapon. With that in mind, let's overtune Thunder, no. That Thunder be like objectively bad, but like, you know, slightly less bad, which is what this patch did. That's really fun. I like my troll weapon. I'm gonna paint the walls, I'm begging. Huh? Damn, that would have been a really nice shot. Hey, you never actually want Thunder to be good. Nah, Thunder should just stay bad. Maybe I didn't like Thunder meta, but honestly, it's just like, part of that's just like armor's just unfun game design. I was gonna say, dude's just like literally W key. Right. Did not shoot the torch. Or is W key? Yeah, I feel like a weapon design like undercover being good is on fun. It's also the fact that undercover is definitely like the easiest of the Brawler class. Like there's still nuance to it obviously, but like you know, it's not like demanding in the way that Reg Brawler is, where it's like if you get like dipped by Brawler, you're like, oh, damn that guy good. It's just like bro's just holding shield out and farming insert like busted kit. In the case of something like Under. Oh, I didn't. I guess I healed. I hit the splash, I thought I hit the bow. The undercover is a funny grouping weapon. I kind of like it that way. I just think it's hilarious of all the brawlers, that's the one that got buffed this patch. But... I had the flings in the front. I think it is the other map. I feel like I've only had Flounder so far. I had Mega Marlik. Once? Yeah, that was a really bad game, that's what it was. Yeah. actually going for this. Okay. Close. I guess seriously, it's person busy to be running that much sub resist. Okay. Yunesuka. Like Zuka's one of those specials that always looks so good in like the Twitter clips, but in actual games it's just a freaking coin flip. And it's like, yeah, sure, take the coin flip as opposed not to, but I feel like trying to be like reliable with the doll is just like annoying. Is it the way it's designed? Amadou, it goes okay. I like this patch, so pretty good, I guess. I roll the QR. No. Just filling the tracker. Don't want to use these classes. Opening Gambit with not. I like opening Gambit Range Blaster. From what I tried last night. It's fun. I like the Intensify buff makes it really crazy for RB. Especially if it's like, you know, so like you RB on like maps like Mahi TC, like if you're like actually just snowballing kills, like you're gonna keep that like the entire game basically. I need one more up to find the seat on my glasses. Yeah, I've seen it open Gambit Nova as well. Kind of funny. Might actually be interesting on Nautilus, because Naut's like the kind of weapon that most people don't go beyond like a main of run, but if you can actually chain your opening Gambit, you could keep all that for a long time. Like, doubling the duration's so crazy. Because, you know, just... it's like... Pre-patch, it's like you chain 2 kills or assists at 15 seconds, so if you die like twice immediately after without QR, it's basically over. So, like, it literally doubles it. Opening Gambit Vunder, nah. I mean, Vunder is an assist bot, but like, I don't think in that way. Like, Vunder's just like a rat. Like, hard to actually engage. Hi, Mai. Thank you for the sub. Slasher Deco Gaming? True. True. Probably swap. Watch. Switch. Swap. Watch. To Dually after restart here. Pro help at 85. Thank you. Yeah, so we might have run some res and Intensify, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Intensify's new this patch. Good. Especially for weapons like RB. Nice hammer. It's 3 mains and you keep an additional 15 seconds for every KA you get. I'm fine, I think just kill from there. That directed, honestly. I step in front of the wall. Weird. I think Jet will be a good thing in Rainmaker. I still think the distribution sucks, but I think the buff is actually quite significant because good jetpack players will actually consistently 2-shot with the 50 damage hitbox. It's also much harder to challenge it because of the jump height. The jump height also like opens up like new angles and stuff to go for when initiating it, so it's actually a really cool buff. Okay, so on man. Where is my team? Where is the crossfire? I'm so sad. Yeah, I think I swam in front of the wall by accident. Plus, I don't usually run a main of swim. I didn't think I'd be that fast. Anyways. Ah, nice Veil Nova. Kinda go. Yeah, saying SP jetpack actually looks kind of crazy, but the problem is like gear investment. A lot of weapons can't like fit that just straight up. I think Try could. I don't think Ballpoint can. What is this NA crap, bro? What are you doing? He's so weak. Why are you over here and why are you fighting this? Oh, he's won. I keep saying he's won and like no one's there to actually hit it with me. Crazy. Ah, nice hammer throw. I feel like the jetpack jump height messed with them. It would mess with me too, just straight up. Not even gonna lie about that. It's actually much harder to hit as a very short range weapon to deal with jetpack now. It's kind of like when they it's like when they raise the height of splashdown, and like all these like short range baby gun weapons were just like I can't reach it anymore. It's really funny. The manager are true. Yes, the wish it was League. If we had this patch with League out, the game would be so much fun. They got like pretty much everything this patch is like really nice. Big Jump funny, it is funny. Very funny. I'm a fan. Dance Weaver. Oh, died once? That's crazy. I almost forgot the girly completely. I like the jetpack change. Unfortunately, I'm still not huge into many of the jetpack weapons, but oh well. Kinda crazy, because if Try had a real sub right now, it actually would have just like leapt into relevancy like instantly. From this jetpack change, probably. The missile weighs it down that badly. You know, Dilly's no Diverger week. They will probably die in less than a week just because Crab ate the nerf the same patch and Suction still doesn't synergize. Dilly needs a new kit to be relevant. Apple's a nice quality of life, but I still don't think highly of that thing. Like, I don't know, if anything, this is like long-term planning for Dooley. Because it makes the second kit potentially more interesting. If it's any good. I don't know, you could just do burst bomb jetpack on Dooley and I think it'd be pretty legit in some team comps. Yeah, that ball was never truly good, it's just tiny baby quality of life, I guess, and your specials got buffed, I guess. Yeah, the burst nerf is healthy. They're like probably the best sub in the game, but Much healthier, at least, by comparison. My bad, I messed up the rollout real bad. Anyway. I was at a weird angle for that, but I was really hoping like anyone else would cheat that. It was unfortunate. Actually, I don't know if they've seen me here. I've done nothing so far. I've done nothing. Was a dually buff. They basically sped up the roll animation. It's just a nice quality of life. I still don't think it's really relevant because Crappy had like a really hard nerf this patch at the same time. Like dually wasn't played last patch, so I see no reason to seriously pick it still, but it's like more fun, I guess. It was like 4 frames if I'm not mistaken. This might be a bad jump. Go, bro, go. And Specials always try to do something. I just think eating the crab nerf in the same patch is still kind of just like a Doom thing until Emperor comes out, assuming Emperor even gets a decent kit. Again, even with crap being broken, no one was seriously picking dually in tournament and like winning with it at like high level. So they're definitely not going to do it just because of a slight main weapon buff when crab actually like gained a significant nerf. Yeah, no, you're still picking Splash. That doesn't change this patch, which is fine. I don't care about that. The point is just to make crab like less like ridiculously unfair compared to like most options. Yeah, section doesn't really. Section's not really in a good like spot in S3. It doesn't even synergize with dueling in the first place. That's just weird. Nope. That's a horrible crowd. That's literally just a Splatoon 2 baller. That's like the K-Dually brain. Yeah, there are overall healthy changes. Like, I still think Splash is like probably #1 in the game. It's just like not like, you know, such a ridiculous like power difference, like pre-patch. You appreciate the anti-crap, thanks. I thought I didn't pop any, so you know, I had to get one in there, even if it's terrible. Yeah, because I'd say like pre-patch splash and like machine, and, like, you know, a couple other weapons compared to most things in this game is like there's like a clear like massive divide. But I think that divide is a lot smaller. Still a divide and they're still better, but more playable overall. Yeah, I still think double splash will be like strong and probably standard for a bit, at least. That's not as extreme. Yeah, people are freaking out over Neo Splash for nothing. Like, it's perfectly okay, but it's like people pretending that Trip Strike is actually like top tier and it's just straight up not. Like Trip Strike, if you could swim with it, would probably be amongst like, you know, like top 5 specials, but you can't, so its use is so limited by comparison to what you think it would be. Like neither that nor T-Tech really see that much play. I mean, I think it's fine for Trip Strike to be limited right now, because if you could, like, if they literally just gave it the swim buff while giving it the damage buff, that'd be, like, actually kind of insane. Like, if you could swim and actually, like, you know, put them in, like, better positions more easily, with a lot more flexibility, then, like, nah, like, that's, like, easy top 5 special, that's, like, kind of scary to do out the gate. Because if you had that flexibility, it would be, like, on a similar, like, probably, like, like, you know, like, top 3 specials in this game, like, flat out, you know, ignoring, like, kits or whatever, probably, like before this patch, like, Crab Booyah, Missile, in terms of, like, those are some of the few specials that actually help you get back into the map when you're hard losing, which is important in this game. Like, if you could swim a Trip Strike, it'd be, like, probably, like, around that tier, if not, like, right below. But the vulnerability when you click it is still kind of awful. You can't use it, like, as liberally as you want. But then I feel like they're trying to figure out what they want to do with that balance-wise. I also think Chump could be cool, and like potentially around those levels if it actually got like buffed. But probably won't be seen for a while. I think I dropped him there. I don't think it's such we need more chump up. I think the special's like undertuned right now. Like initially I was thinking like it depends on how like strong it is, but now I think it's just straight up the special's undertuned compared to like what it should be. Or could be even. Like I just died there pre-patch. Like, I think 89 could be okay if Chump was a better special, because it is 180, and it's still, like, a lightweight shooter that, like, vomits paint and stuff like that. Like, it has good traits, but, like, not enough at the moment. Chump is too underwhelming. Yeah, I think it's too easy to just, like, outright ignore Chump at the moment. Like, you literally break, like, 2 to 3 next to you if you don't have the space to, like, comfortably do more, and then you kind of just keep going about your day. Like, I think they need to... I feel like you would just, like, increase the damage values and the hitbox size and, like, the paint size and all that, so that way, like, you get more reward if the opponent doesn't break, like, the majority of them. That's what it really needs. Because those values are too low to really care right now. Like, even if you're, like, taking a fight, you get chipped by, like, 1 chump, you're like, I don't care, dude. It's, like, baby damage. Like, you're... You know, you're not really in control. Unreactable damage. Thanks, Damper. If it needs to be more reward. The chump itself. As like I think the damage is like it's literally like burst bomb damage values, I think, right? It's like 60 if you stand on top of it, and then like 35, 25. Like 25 is like that's so dinky, like that's like nothing. But you remember how small the hitboxes are too. You have to be like careful with it, right? Because you don't want it to be like, oh, like like double the hitbox size and it's 35 because now it combos off of like freaking like anything with actual damage values, right? But like I just think like it's too low of a damage and like too little paint and like too small of a hitbox, like all at the same time. That just feels underwhelming right now. I don't know, like if they buff jump in the future, it'll be stuff like that. Like I think the idea of it having like no end lag once you click it, and you have like full freedom, is really good. Because you can be like very proactive as the chumps like land. That's really good. Like that gives it a lot of flexibility. It's just the reward's bad. I wouldn't do chump HP just because it makes it more obnoxious to break. I think that's fine. I just think, they should give you more reward for all the chumps that actually do get to explode. Because if you give it more HP, then I'm worried, because then you just make it a resource drain. Because say you buff, it's like, if you buff the HP to like 80 or something, and then you run double chump, like, a lot of weapons in the game can't even break a lot of those quickly. Like, imagine like more HP on chump, and then you're like, I don't know, like range blaster or something, like that'd be awful. Yeah, I think that can like suck in the chumps. Actually does it? I don't know. Bouncy back. I know Waybreaker just breaks it all instantly, which is kind of depressing. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I want Chump to be good, or at least like better, because I think it's a really like cool special design. I just think it's very lackluster right now. But, I'd be like that. If it doesn't suck it in, at the least it just like blocks the explosion and stuff completely, and maybe just prevents the paint. Like, just negates it, I suppose. On that big swig. How'd I get punished for holding forward when I was marked? That's crazy. I can't believe it. And he just like ate all of that. Thank you, babe. Can you not die with so much damage? Oh, how did the hammer get there, dude? Like, okay. Is hammer good now? It's fundamentally the same, it's just more consistent. And the hitbox is more threatening, which is good, but it didn't fundamentally change, so I wouldn't say good, it's just less bad. It's still probably going to be a suicide button a lot of the time, but like, you know, it's more scary. How did the hammer guy get there? He was a shark in there forever. Big swig hitbox. No thanks. Yeah, crab is definitely more awkward. I still think it's probably the best special in the game, but it's like it's less oppressive and there's more downsides to it, so it's good. But I still think like the best crabs are still gonna like unreactable damage you and like open the map, and they can still stall for like 8 seconds potentially. It's just like if you manage to like actually force them into ball form, there's more downtime and like more time to like punish. The more downtime's like the big thing. That and you can't do the stupid like, you know, like someone's like near you and then you just ball, you bump them to 40 and then direct them instantly. Like this actual startup after like exiting ball form, just like very healthy. I should get my seed from this intensify. Suck. Alright, so I got my seed. Wow, the seed on this. Wow, the seed on this sucks. Wow. I'm looking at the seed on these classes. Even if I want to roll like 2 subs QR on this, I would have to. It's like 20 something. It's like 20 plus off. That's awful. Oh my god. That is a horrendous seed. Wow. Yikes. Like any alternative I can do to those. Here, why are you like this? I'm playing the game where I try and find a different trick instead. Okay, this works. All the way. That works. You try to roll a pair on speed thing and it literally told you not possible without chunks. Yeah, I'm not surprised if it's like an unfavored thing. I don't even know what Embers is unlikely to get. I think the messed up thing looking at my seed though is just the fact that like I want QR, right? So logically you would your first thing would be like, okay, like I don't have it without the ticket, so let me try a QR ticket. I do that, I see a double roll, but it's like 25 slots away. But then I'm like scrolling through different drinks, and I get a triple of QR and 12 instead if I do a sub resist or ink res ticket. So it's like it's a completely different ticket entirely for the roll that I want. And it's just like the fact that that's how that works is so obnoxious if you don't use like C trackers and stuff like this. Even that's like still 12 away. That's the crazy part. I don't even want to play Zap. This jump is cute. I use the thing where it tells you the shortest path to what you want. No, because usually it doesn't tend to be that obnoxious of a seed. I could do that with the search target tab. But I mean, it's not that bad. I sat there for like a minute looking at it. It's like, yeah, I can get it. I just have to do a completely different ticket. Alternate different drinks to get the subs really fast. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, let me see, actually. Curious. Yeah, so let me put the target. Find result. See. Yeah, even if I do that, it's like the same thing I'm looking at, basically. You're glad you haven't seen much using the C trackers cheating rhetoric. I mean, it's literally just it's an obnoxious, terrible system like in game. So like you know, any method to actually help you out is pretty much appreciated. I feel, and I feel the fastest way I can do this is like roll 2 slots on the glasses scrub and just repeat that until I'm actually at the point, and then just have the appropriate ticket. I was like, it's doable. I'll probably have it done by the end of stream. This is annoying. Once I got my redeem all done. I really should get more of these. What food am I feeling? Feeling this one. Like, I really like the fact you can swim with Chum. It has no lag, but again, these damage values are just like so mediocre. $35. Yeah, Cooker, object permanence is hard. I agree. At the least I could get the roll I want on the glasses without burning any chunks, but man, it's just... These are so annoying, dude. Ow. Not the bucket, buff. My hope there was that the chumps would kind of cover that area as we get the repop and go and potentially body block, but it didn't work out that way. I think probably still do it. Ah! Or wire. It probably could have gone left, right as a meme, honestly. Why is no one here? Damn it, there's just nowhere to be found here. They... Oh. Actually nowhere to be found on defense. That's insane. Not a single soul. Yeah, it's still the thing. It's like, even if I won every game, it would still be 12 games plus to get the roll that I want. Anyway, just do a different lobby where maybe people actually, exist on the defense. That'd be good. That's still one of my favorite sound effects. I was tasked with cooking something that could be anything and have the ingredients to make the best iteration of it in the world. What would I cook? Dude, I don't frickin' know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm not I'm not super into food, so I feel like I'm not the right person to ask for this. I feel like I'd probably pick some dessert or something though. I feel like that'd be ideal. We have Clash, we don't get pop, let's get real. Maybe we do. Why is the Nova trying to fight there? That's funny. Oh, come on, I'm behind the wall. It could be as small as you want. I don't know, I feel like I'd probably just pick, like, a tray of, like, cookies or brownies or something, right? I feel like you can't go wrong with that. That way you can, like, divvy up how much you have at a time, right? Because I feel like if you cook, like, one meal, then, like, it's just over, you know? But I don't know. I guess it depends on the specifics and all that. Go, chump, go! There was no chump there. There was no chump. Bad. Yeah, just do like a tray of brownies or something. That sounds kind of hype. Bro. Okay. I'm dying. Definitely feels like a series kind of lobby. Like, I'm not doing much, but, like, it just has that energy to it. Oh, nice dead zone. Oh, there's actually one shot. God, this is such a nothing map mode right now. Okay, why did you go that way, though? I don't get people. Oh, that wall is gonna get people killed! I'm people. That's me. I'm gonna get killed. I'll say I agree with stalling it in the corner. Again, nothing happens kind of game anyway. Good. This is awful. Truly. That game was terrible. I hated that. Now you're hungry, that's what you get for posing the question. Be the best in the world at anything. So, I'm trying to think. I feel like if I had to pick like a meal, right? Like if we're discounting, whatchamacall. So I keep track of my seating so I don't forget. Like, I feel like if I could pick, like, any food, I don't know, like, I feel like having, like... Because I feel like I don't have, like, a favorite food, but for some reason it springs to mind, but maybe it's just, like, I want Chinese or something. That's my chicken's, like, good. I'm curious what, like, world class would be like. Kinda cool. I'm just gonna scrub it every game, I don't care, I have money, I don't want to sit here all day. Looking at the same pair of glasses the entire time to get single roll. There's probably be in the other plaza if I'm doing this. It's faster. If you don't know what a polyglot is, it's someone who can speak multiple languages. That's your vocab word of the day. A fancy schmancy way to say that you're, like, bilingual or no more than that. Three toes in the toilet. That's very specific, okay. What is that weapon you say? Don't worry about it. If I wasn't, like, soft-locking myself into, finishing this pair of classes, what I would be doing is playing opening Gambit on RB, because it's TC, but alas. Now, I know what you're thinking, Keen, why are you playing Missile? Because Reflex got buffed, that's my excuse today. Less than 6 hours do it there, but like... Let me play Missile. Let me have like the slight dopamine of like hitting shots in between just like tap shotting. You know? Go fight. I got that guy in particular. Casually waiting for the missile timer to go away, yeah. No. I should just run, honestly. In that case. I think that person's tired of me. They're tired of what I'm doing, they're tired of what I'm bringing to this lobby. And the thorn in your side reminding you that Missile was in fact in Splatoon 3. It was not a bad dream. Oh boy, defense on Umami. Boy. Ooh, ew, ooh, ew. That's kind of zesty. Dude, this is why Reflex is a trap. It literally just has, like, the slightest bit of, like, ooh. Like, dude, those feel good. Oh my god. No, I'm having fun. It's so good and so bad at the same time, dude. It's so fun. It's so fun. Why did they buff this? Why? Why did they do this? I might lose lead here. Oh. No, this chat's not sarcasm. I think this patch is genuinely good. Alright, go team. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. No. I don't know if we're gonna get this comeback though, because we have double anchor. Like, I gotta like aggro, but man, so on. He's so on. There's no crossfire. We have such a terrible team combo. Alright, go win. Go win. Okay, you did not win. Man. You wish it didn't have Missile. Yeah, I still wish Missile wasn't in this game, but such is. Like, I don't know, like I got to output a decent number of Missile that game, and I got some really fun kills in the process. Like some of those were nasty. I couldn't even see the people I'm aiming at. Look at me at that lobby. The team comp was horrendous. I hated that. Like I still got 9 missiles, even like after the missile cooldown. Why can't they buff L3? L3 got destroyed this patch. Oh, actually took a bullet for the crimes of Splash. I wouldn't say it needs LDE. L3's still really inefficient. You're just not allowed to throw 2 bursts and shoot for forever anymore, which is still healthy design. Got the hammer buff to compensate at least. That part's nice. How the frick did I hit that guy behind top mid? Yeah, like that, I guess. Yeah, LD also curves really badly on burst. There's that. I'm probably gonna actually play Reflex as fast. That's crazy. Go back to like the month 1 stuff. Except the main weapons for fun now. Good morning, Pervert. Yeah, I don't think Missile and Jetpack should have been here. I don't mind Rain. Like, I think this patch's Jetpack makes it more fun, but on the whole, I don't know. I wouldn't have hated not having it. Gross. Anyways. Now. Oh man, why do I keep rolling E-Leader in tower? It sucks. Tired of this weapon. Playing Missile when I get like one of the most like back weapons in this game. Should have interacted with that freaking next one E-Leader. I wouldn't even say it was a nerf 7 years ago in Splatoon. I'd say that's a hard rework that like heavily nerfs the like really stupid like spammy like mash R button playstyle that like bad E-Leaders had. We were like good ones, but bad ones would like rely on it to like play the game. That's like a healthy change overall. Can I please just get like aggro weapons on my team when I'm trying to have fun with stuff like this? It's so annoying. Cool. Big thing, I go. Stay, I go. A little bit devious. Someone else take the tower, please. Please. Thank you. Later Sprinkler Missile. I don't think they would give later Missile, honestly. I feel like Missile's distribution is going to be bad in this game, but that's a good thing. Like, I don't think Missile should go to, like, literal AFK painter weapons. Or, like, things that can actually aggress off of it for free. Like, I kinda like the distribution, in a sense, because, like, Reflex is, like, awkward, and not the most, like, consistent at fighting. Like, Flanks is solid, but it can't, like, you know, it's like a slow weapon. And then Good Troopers is, like, a stupid weapon that we don't talk about. Don't talk about Good Trooper. You want a good vac weapon? Hey, that's not happening because that would necessitate vacuum being good. I think the buff is a cute quality of life. I still think fundamentally it's a gimmick special. Again, it can do things at certain points, but like outside of those moments, it's kind of ugly. Really ugly. It also falls into the category of specials that are quite literally useless on retakes. That's fantastic in a game that snowballs as hard as this. Like that. It's like you don't have to be a retake special to be good, I'm just saying the flexibility is really low. And the reward is like really specific. It's not really worth like running it on your comp just straight up. The downsides like that. I feel like the range of this is so weird, like you really have to understand your range to hit stuff like that. And the fact I can 90 people, like, that's like crazy. Yeah, like I wish there was like a second mode to ink back outside of sucking. I have 2 reflexes. But I have 2 reflexes and we still have an E leader. Can I stop getting leaders, dude? I'm sick of this. Tired of that weapon. Oh, it's like TC. Keep harassing him, it's funny. Oh, ew. Ooh. Ow. No. Damn, they're so weak. I did the meme, I got 1 kill and I wanted to be the funny individual. Why is this person posting on Miiverse about washing your feet? I feel like I should be worried. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like the best comparison for why Vacuum is a dumb gimmick. It's like running like counter and mirror coat in Pokemon. It's like, yeah, it can do stuff, but like, is it going to? Most of the time, no. Because it literally requires a specific reaction from the opponent to get any value at all. A little bit wild for that one. Ew. I'm gonna keep going ew because it just feels good. They also play for the machine should have like pushed them, yeah. Put those were missiled in the same spot. That's the time. Oh. Yeah, like the one place that Inkback is effective is like a position that you're probably in advantage already. You know, being like Rainmaker pushes or whatever, because like obviously like you know the opponent wants to shoot there, so you know using back in that scenario is like good, but it's like yeah, they're like 90% of the game, like all the neutral and stuff, it's like Vacuum is just there. Like, okay. special saver. Wow, an EXP ticket, that's so cool. It's so cool that I think the next one is another EXP ticket. That's how cool it is. You gotta go with old slang comic onomatopoeias when you get a kill or die. Yeah, like boom, bang, pow. Zap. You gotta go with a, you know, like a wham. Although wham would be more like, wham is like closer to like the bonk you get with like a shovel or like a hammer. One of those like meme videos. I like reflux is like a plink. Or like a whoosh. Biff. I haven't heard biff in a while. Like the direct sound on reflux sounds like a plink to me. Like blink, you know. Finally. Weapon's kind of a Silva Junior, but now we have a crab and a blade. Body blocking me, blade! Ah! What's happening? Why? Such a curse weapon. But it's like kind of funny. What? Or it's cheating. I got you. Worry not. Yeah, I'm not for that. I miss that I'm sorry team. Oh my god. Oh my god. How am I alive? Whoever killed the roller actually saved my life so hard. I think it's funny to see crack on rollers, like, after Kraken got nerfed. Like, obviously Kraken still does a few things, but then this is like... Imagine being crack on roller, it's like you're objectively not good. You get nerfed. Because of reactionary cheese that was being performed on the other weapon. That's good for you. Most confusing thing you're seeing more of has got to be Vija. I mean, technically the entire kit got buffed, but yeah, I don't know. Like, bro, Siege is right there. I know they do different things, but Siege's like an actual... Siege is good. Also, I wouldn't say it's the most useless weapon in the game. I'd argue that 96 is worse. Honestly, because 96 is less accuracy, less range, less movement. Sprinkler is like the worst sub in the game, IMO, at this point. Cool, you farm vacuum, especially that literally isn't good at like, you don't farm vacuum to win. Like, I'd rather have the crossfire potential of Jet as a main weapon, an angle shooter in its current state, even if it is like, you know, like a more difficult to use like burst bomb. I still think that's better. Like, I genuinely think 96 is like bottom of the barrel. Like, what are you doing? You don't win with 96. Release. Don't worry, we only need 8 more rolls. Uh-huh. Going insane, yeah. Totally. Dude, I literally just want LD with PR subs, that's all I'm asking. And you can do it without using any chunks. Just follow this flowchart and keep track of your seeds and get like 10 subs and then input it on the website. And then I did input it on the website and then look at your seeds and try and find the path. And you found the path and you need to play another 10 plus games and win all of those and then put this ticket and then win all those games with that ticket on. And congratulations, you have the seed. It only took you, looking at clock, 4 to 5 hours for one piece of gear. Great work. Would I eat the royal pescatarian? I don't think so, because I'm not really into, like, seafood or, like, fish too much. Like, I think salmon's good, but, like, I'm not too big into it, let alone like with the pescatarian, it's like also like deep fried. I don't think so. I doubt it. Unlikely. So fast and getting chunks, yeah, it's definitely better, but it's kind of the state we're in. Tough. I mean, realistically, I don't mind. It's just like the stream bit of like it takes 10 years. It's like I don't care. I'm just playing for fun anyway. I'm glad I don't have to use any chunks at the end of the day for it anyway. Ah. No. I don't like her comp. You have no paint outside of reflex burst paint, which is like all short range paint. What? Oh, it's a regular Buster. I thought it was a rapid for some reason. Oh, I have LD, but I don't really think we're gonna win this game, I'll be honest. I'm gonna be for real. I don't think we win, but we'll see. And boss star's 4-star sniper. I believe 4-star. 5 is different. Or you're still missiled. I fell off. Literally. Okay, it's TC Sturgeon. Literally anyone can win. It's fine. Chain like 2 missiles and 1 guy fell off the map. Alright, would I invest in Sniper Rider stock? Not yet. Not yet. I'd say if you were to invest in Sniper Rider stock, you have to do it like right before a patch happens. Because you might get a second kit. You know, with like additional buffs, maybe. Like Sniper Rider rotation and active, you know. Sniper Rider suck on salmon. That's the bait, you don't actually keep the QR sub here. How far is 2 more on the ticket? Okay, I'm not going for 9s on a rotation like that, no. That's not happening. Ain't happening. Meanwhile, you know the answer is the worst weapon than salmon are on. You know, a really cursed thought occurs to me. A really cursed thought occurs to me. If you're like a devious, like, actual, like, imp, you could literally just hold the missile until the cooldown's about over and then launch it just to wait until you charge another one in case you don't feel like actually playing the game. There's definitely someone out there who does that unironically. It's such a cursed thought. It's like objectively a bad decision, but like someone definitely does it. Yeah, now see the cooldown's over, so I can charge another one now. In that case, I don't think it was bad because they wiped, but it's just a funny thought. Only had the range to hit that. I'm not gonna force it, it's a 2v2. I will touch it for the bonus. Never mind. Got the tower. Too slow. The opponent knows how to aim. I did. Ow. Why? Why are you over there? Pro is dropping as a blaster. You gotta work your way up there, my guy. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't work your way up there. The guy just sharks in front of you. Be nice. Blaster win rate? Terrible. Hell yeah. Be nice. On an H3 rotation, the rest better be freaking incredible. Because by itself, no. We talk about the weapons in the next 7. Yeah, the blade is hard carry. What else is there to discuss? Blade is hard carry. Splash paints, Tetra sucks, and salmon. Leader gets really bad on higher difficulties. So the blade carries. I'm more concerned about like literal like mid to long range like hell. That one rotation like Nautilus and Jet, Squeezer, Gluga. Like it's perfectly fine, I just think it's hilarious. Paired like all those weapons together. Good jetpack. How do we have a rapid pro? What are you doing to yourself? What are you doing to your team? Bro. Why did they hold it so long? That was far away. I felt like I was like so far away. If only we had more than like one weapon that can actually like drop on things, that'd be crazy. Anyways. No DPS hurts. I mean, altogether, it's like okay. It's not like a super DPS weapon on the combo. Like Squeezer's okay. I keep getting kills with missiles. I think people forget missiles are in the game, I'll be honest. I don't blame them. The reflex usage dropped like really, really low, it felt like for a while, and like Flinks was still strong, but you don't see people like pulling it out all the time, you know? Oh, true, yeah, just move away. XD. Just move away. It's not easy. I know the XSplit. That one's cursed. There's actually no DPS on that. Like I can't even complain about the DPS on like the shooter one. You got 9s? No, I already have all the badges right now until they drop like a new salmon map, which I hope they do next month. For the what's it called? Extra work. That would be a good time. My ticket ran out. You're back, you ate dinner and then fell asleep. Welcome back. I hope you had a swell dinner. Fun activity to kill time. Listen. I think there's other things to do. Also, the 10%, I think it does 10% strafe state buff on this is so weird. Like, it feels like I have like run speed when I don't. Kinda crazy. I mean, this weapon just casually does 90 with like a partial. They get like good aim, but then Umbrella's like, nope, no 90 free. Nope. No. Kinda Havoc I fell off, but sure. Give it 4 years. Oh, okay, so after the updates are done, they'll fix Brella. Okay. Got it. Makes sense to me. My favorite Brella is unironically undercover in this game, and that says a lot. Dude, hit him. Or a burst bomb. Part on defense where I'm the only special to actually help us get back in, and if that in and die to that, then the game would probably be over. Opposed to almost being over like it is right now. I should kind of let that blow up because they want more missiles. They're getting a slider, that's all. Maybe it was their outfit with jetpack, I don't know. Either way, their only entry point out. It was so deep without painting anything. Like I'm just like inching forward. Oh my god, imagine being a try and dying like that. Hilarious. Without stealth, what do you expect to happen? A real derb. I'm trying to hold this together, but like, that's hard, man. I am trying. Here we go. So hard and for what, dude? I'm also mostly surprised I killed the leader in the middle of the map. I felt like that was way too far to hit, and it's just like the actual max range. That's crazy. And missiles. Don't you love missile? I say this as a meme, but unironically, there were a lot of actually like really good kills in there. Behind the 10 missiles that were very necessary. Yeah, baby. That may or may not be a YouTube thing later. Where's the reflex montage? You looked at it. That was the last game. Alright, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more scrubs, and then I can actually throw my frickin' thing. Finally. You need music to it? Okay. You want me to put it in grayscale? You want me to put a bunch of unnecessary zoom-ins as well? You want me to put like some slowdown, some like reverb on the reflex direct sound effect? I still feel like the chart hold on this, like... I feel like the next buff I would give this weapon, if anything, is like make the chart, like the time to come out of the chart hold a bit faster, because it still feels like a little bit funky to me. I got something about the flip animation just feels like wrong. Like I know you can let go like sooner, like you can do stuff like that and that's cool, but like... And I feel like there should be more to the chart hold than this. Because it already charges so fast, like, you know? Every time reflex gets a kill, she'll die of the game like Big Swig on Eeltail. Yeah. It's just like, the reflex one-shot me from there? It just slows down. Like, just zoom in on the arrows, just like all landing on your head. Dude, I don't want to call it arrows, like, it looks like toothpicks. Or like, no, not like toothpick. It's like floss. Like, I look at reflex and I think of floss. It's literally just like, I'm just gonna like pull on the string, it's gonna like break in half. Mid-air charge, that'd be a good one too. I think Regbo should have that as well. You just want something to be better Squiffer? Yeah, because Hex Squiffer. There's more nuance to reflex unironically because of the fact you can do stuff like this. As opposed to just pointing and clicking. Ah! Opening Gambit. Abdully's going crazy with that power armor over there. I don't know if I can compete with such a fine individual. Ah, damn, he almost got comboed by the thing. They're just too fast with that opening Gambit, dude. Yeah, like outside of the collaterals you can potentially get with Swiffer, I think I like this main weapon more. No meme. So... He's so weak. Okay. I need help crossfiring. That's not happening. Well, he's behind me, go on, okay. At least I got LDE, cope. Respect my authority. I'm a reflex. Respect it. Or something. I don't know, be afraid of missile, like 90 damage tap shots or something. How'd you throw it there? Like, I wish I had full RTP while jumping for moments like that. That'd be so cool. Now Torp on reflex. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like Ink Mine would be really funny and ratty. But that's probably the Wunder in my brain speaking. But like, you know, it's funny. Oh. No more opening gambit, you've lost your power. Heck this guy in particular. Yeah, heck you in particular. Damn it. Ow. I actually got 3-shot by a jetpack in the modern year, that's how you know they buffed it. That stealth jump they don't know. Okay, maybe they knew. Damn, that would suck. As if we don't have enough lightweight stamp weapons with frickin' Splooge Brush and Luna. Frickin' stop this meme. Okay, we might actually lose. Yeah, we lost. Oh my god. Makes you want to play ball play. I think I could actually be a thing in Rainmaker specifically. Should have dropped a curl on tower. That's what I should have done. 15 stamp weapons by the end of the game. There's too many stamps. I don't want any more. Going for content? Maybe. Maybe. Perhaps. A little bit. So honestly, we could have had an endgame Tripstick or a Crab or a Rain. Like, all of our specials were good for that, so I'm not the only one at fault there. I feel like if you're playing Reflux, then like, yeah. God, what an ugly piece of... No, I can't do this. I hate this piece of gear. It's so ugly. I can't even do it on, like, ironically. It's just straight up ugly. I genuinely can't bring myself to. It's so ugly. Yeah, I feel like you need to be wired a certain way to, like, wear the crusty outfit. I'm not wired that way, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's fine, Coconut Tank. Good luck with your meeting. You're welcome. You're a Tulip Hat Power Armor Sock and Sandals person, you can't wear the costume. Yeah. Do people really hate the Tulip Hat that much? I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like a quirky kind of cute, at least. I think it's silly. Anyways. How many bubbles you got? I can't hit anything right now. Thank you. There we go. Okay, well that was the worst missile ever then. This is truly gameplay right now. Truly gaming. Amazing reflex gameplay. I mean, I'm the one riding towers. What else is there really to do? Like, I can... Or curling. I can wait for the cooldown. I can tap shot for more. I can... fail to break the torpedo, I guess. I don't know. My team's kind of snowballing, so I don't think I really have to do a ton. Like, they have double junior. Or one turf anchor. Yippee. Don't worry, we only need 4 more scrubs after this. Then we're free. Yeah, Bubble's been getting worse every patch, like for real. And on one hand, I'm kind of glad to see, like, you know, the Bomb Spam Jr. not be that good, but I don't know. Bubble's, like, unfortunate. It's so, like, useless on retakes. It's also mad cheesy and advantage. Like, I don't know, like, how you really balance that. Off feet post. Give me a minute. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna get water and stuff. I mean, Junior already is the most ink efficient output in the game, even like outside of the big ink tank. I think it's just like overkill because it's obnoxious design that all it does is like vomit bombs and like be a lightweight that's like impossible to hit. Is why I'm kind of glad V Junior's not really good right now. And I feel like Junior was just so, like I hated Junior and 2 was just so annoying. Like the Juniors are impossible to kill, they just like bomb spam the entire game. Like not fun to fight at all. I had armor and 2, so you're getting rewarded for like basically running around and just painting. In a way where you're not actually like, you know, standing next to your teammates all the time either. Like obviously if you're a good junior you do that, but like you understand when you can like AFK in the corner to get armor for a fight. Like I don't know, getting like 10 armors a game and stuff is just annoying. I don't really know the numbers for sub-bursts. I think it just depends what kind of build you're talking about. I think if you're a QR build, you don't have to worry about it too much. Because even like pre-patch, I didn't put sub-resist on like QR builds, but for like non-QR builds, I think it's nice. Like even like pre-patch, I was running it on a lot of builds. I don't really know if 1 or 2 is better though. Not yet, at least. That was a very intentional kill and very, very great awareness by me. Definitely not just me painting. Definitely not. If Blaster, you can go forward. Blaster. Gotta watch the flank if you're gonna do those. Yeah, I didn't like the design of like Junior 2. Even like NZAP, right? Like not that different, but NZAP is like, you know, better at fighting as a main weapon. I didn't mind that one being as good, but I don't know, it's like go pick your poison. There's something just like very deflating about like just dying a Junior bomb. And Bird's just like painting for armor in the death cam. Yeah, like 0.1 or like 1 sub is pretty good, at the least. Like, if you're like a non-QR build, I think it's pretty worth it if your weapon can fit it. I probably picked up on mic. Sorry, that was loud. But yeah, 1 sub is really good, at the least. Again, I don't really know the numbers. You'd have to like browse around like Twitter for that probably. I've seen like some silly stuff that happens if you apply like 3 subs, but what 2 does exactly. I mean, even having 1 outside of the burst bomb fizzy stuff is still like kind of nice. Like with Reg Bucket, you don't get comboed by Splat Bomb AoE in the 70 hit. from full health, which is nice. Same thing with other 70 damage stuff. You know, like spot bomb plus like stamper or whatever. I forgot what it was. It was like I saw a clip of like 3 sub, and they were like living stamper combos with burst bomb. But like personally, I'm not really a fan of the idea of like trying to balance the damage value of something requiring like subs, right? Because that makes it like difficult to tell in game. Because you'll do the combo on one player and it'll work because they have certain gear, and then it won't work on the other guy. You know why both need a nerf? They need a nerf. If you watch it at like top level, everything is burst fizzy. They absolutely deserved every single nerf they got. Yeah, no, at top level, no, absolutely. This game at top level is just like absolute sub spam. It is very necessary. Like most top level comps literally are just like splash splash machine and then insert thing. Or like some variant, no, absolutely, it's so needed. Like, it's been half a year of this. First nerf should happen in S2. No, I was saying that for forever. It just didn't happen because the more egregious thing was like a lot of the top tiers just had like suctions, which was like the best sub at the end of 2. For sure. Like the only top tier that had like burst in 2 was like Neosplash and like Seajet. But Seajet's more of the problem of like it's a cheap Stingray, and Stingray's design is like borked. Putting burst on like that's like really crazy crossfire weapon that's also just a shooter and easy to play mechanically. Like I'm not huge on the idea of like sub resist, just like I get it, but just having like a thing where it's like, oh, if you're not running sub resist, then the combos still delete you like really easily. It's like kind of meh. I mean, like, fine, I guess. I'm glad they added the white ink and made it more expensive though. But at the end of the day, I think making it more expensive is still like kinda has me raising eyebrows because I think Splash is still the weapon that gets off the best, because it's the most ink efficient burst bomb weapon that's like good. Like, I think Stamper like doesn't like that nerf way more. Even like Carbon they compensated for. I don't know. Like, I still think Stamper will be strong and all that, but like I don't know. Weird times. Oh yeah, so far from that. I hate value subs. I don't hate them, but yeah, it is weird to just be like, oh no, you're not running a sub. Die to Fizzy. I don't know, that's why the idea of it costing more and stuff like that's good. But again, I feel like if that's the case, then what the route they should have gone as well is like nerfing the ink efficiency of Splash as a main weapon, because that's already, it's so ink efficient, and it paints so well. Especially if they haven't increased the cost of the crab itself, it's still 200. So like, by nerfing the ink efficiency of Splash, you're like indirectly making it higher because it can't paint as long. I think that would have been like a happy medium too. Like, the changes they did are still fine, like they're good, but I don't know, the burst bomb nerf definitely hurts other weapons more, because like they definitely like Stamper a lot, so sucks seeing it get like the Stamper's still strong. Okay, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. I still think this patch is really good. But definitely the thing where some weapons like caught a little bit of heat from having burst. I got a special point buff on this game, not a nerf. Yeah, it was 200 and they made it 190. Not the other way around. Gal didn't need that buff, by the way. Totally unnecessary, but that's its own story. Yeah, I like the burst change because it basically punishes throwing both burst and still trying to be active, which is good. Because burst gets too much value, so if you're throwing both of it, you should basically be on empty ink. But again, it's a bigger problem for something like Stamper than Splash. Because like if you compare the number of bullets Splash gets to Stamper, like Stamper this patch, if you throw 2 burst bombs without any efficiency, you only get 1 vertical, that's it. In pre-patch it was 2. That's kind of massive. Like, Stamper's not going to want to throw both burst bombs from a full length deck anymore, really. Unless you're, like, about to zip or, like, you can guarantee a kill. But again, even at 45% with the sub resist, I think burst is probably, like, still the best bomb in the game, like, more likely than not. The idea is just, like, it's more of a commitment to throw all of those resources out, which is good. But realistically, in like meta comps where you have 2 splashes, like if they're bursting together well, then I don't think it's like as big of a problem. Because if you both throw 1, instead of one guy throws 2, you basically still have like all the uptime in the world because you have like half a nuke tank. I think Crab being clunkier is also really good. Like it's like a bunch of factors mixed together to make this patch like healthier. And like I'm good with it. Because it's always a rhetoric where people are like, oh, like we need to like mutilate Splash like into obscurity. It's just like, no, I like the Splash kit. I just think it's too strong. So toning on both halves of it is a good place to be. Like a lot more weapons are like Splash tier in the sense of like they're synergistic with their kits and feel really, really strong. Like I still think Splash is probably the best weapon in the game right now, but it's definitely harder to use. Is Reflex gonna be meta? I don't think so. I'm just playing it for fun. The one mode you see Reflex is tier 4, that's it. His missile is still like a top like tier special, but the distribution's like horrendous. Yeah, although I think it was more like Crab needed a timeout. I mean, what they did was good. Yeah, Reflex shows in the fast is definitely gonna be high, I feel. Just from like new toy syndrome because it got buffed. It's always been like popular in turf to a degree. I don't know, if anything, I feel like regular Wiper stocks are going up. As a lot of the top tiers around it got nerfed. And the Wiper's just like the same, but it has a slightly buff special, so that's really nice. Like the moment that Wiper gets like a kit, assuming the second gets like good, with like an actual special, that weapon like actually could just get like nerfed immediately. Like as a main weapon, Wiper is absolutely insane. Being held back by the fact that it's like stamp attached to it, and like it synergizes, it's fine, but you know what I mean? Like if you randomly like woke up one day and there's a second Wiper with like Rain or like Whale, you'd be like screaming like, I hate this thing. I can't hit him. They're just running around. But we're not at that point, so I don't have to worry about that yet. Our comp is kind of cursed, not gonna lie. I kinda died on top of me and I couldn't move. That was a bad feeling. I don't. Why are you down here? Why? Like completely out of the path of the tower. Okay, you gotta kill the. That was weird. I don't know about that. That's one. I was disrespecting the hell out of the missile. I really don't like her comp. I'm also a leader hater in TC. The first fun one. Yeah, I really don't like our comp. Straight up. Yeah, that's doomed. L team comp. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect of, like, like meta ships or whatever. Because I really think Splash and Machine will still be, like, really strong. It's just, less egregious. We might see a bit more experimentation. Like more regular sword for sure. I'm trying to think. I feel like I might see a bit more like this. I think more people should be picking this. Still think Flankza is like there's downsides, but I still expect Flankza is like still one of the stronger weapons in this game. Still think Carbon's pretty strong. Still think like these two are really strong. It's like these two. I don't Ripstrike is like not at the level that like makes it like the easiest thing to use, but the bucket buff itself is kind of crazy, so honestly maybe more people pick this. I'd say more Expo. Maybe. This weapon's like strong, it's just stuck in a game where you get like unreactable like burst chipped and just crabbed. Maybe. Back change is interesting. And he's definitely a more competent main weapon, but still like the kits leave a lot to be desired. Legit C-Pen and Rainmaker. I think a bit more Nautilus with the burst thing. I think Heavy's good. I don't really think you'll see much of this outside of like the occasional Squelchy and like some Tetra. Oh. Could be cool some maps. I don't think the rest are really relevant. This is funny in solo queue though, with opening Gambit. Don't really expect to see this. This is Turf War weapon, but these are really strong still. These are Hydras food graph the game. I literally describe it the same way every time. It's just like an extremity design. The same way a lot of heavyweight weapons are, where it's like it'll like absolutely bully lower level players because they don't know how to fight it. But like higher level players literally just like they just bully the hell out of it. Like you don't see that weapon on top level at all. People have a better understanding of its like downsides and like how you just like bomb spam it. And it's basically a non-factor because the pace it plays the game is really freaking slow. Also, technically Hydra's only gotten worse since day one because like Booya's been eating like, you know, direct nerfs and indirect nerfs. Kind of a sad thought that Hydra was way better day one than like it is now. Yeah, Hydra just plays too slow. But that's not really, that's like a fundamental issue. That's not something you can really fix without making it like kind of egregious for like a lot of like lower level players. Which is why, that's part of the thing I think that leads to the hesitation of buffing Brella, because like Brella in the hands of a competent player when it was like good, versus like little baby man shooters like actually feels impossible. Because they don't have like the understanding on how to like, you know, make it look bad. I feel like balancing certain weapons is really difficult in that regard. That's like weird, because even like Tri-Slosher is a weapon that like absolutely dumpsters, you know, people that are like newer to the game or like, you know, they don't have positioning and like awareness and blah blah blah. Yet they still gave it lightweight and they still gave it like the frame data buff that made it better at trading. I don't know. That's not the point of Brawl? Yeah. I didn't say I agree with it, I just said I understand why. Even at like higher level, the shooters have like a better understanding to make the matchup like perfectly like playable. Like, I think it's healthy to have a weapon that actually like deals with shooters in that way, but oh, our comp is horrendous. What is this? Dude, the Octobrush Leader just like feasts on our comp. That's awful. But again, I'm not really in a rush for Brawl to get buffs. Like, I don't care. It's like too early in the game for that. As what's good now is like, you know, gonna get like power creep by endgame or like continuously nerfed or whatever. So like I'm not in a speed run here to like be like, oh, like I want my weapon to be good and I want it now. Like I don't really care. If anything, not being buffed yet only increases the likelihood. So that'd be it. Alright. Yeah, you have to fight with me, Reflex. Yeah, I don't know, like, they could buff Brella now, but then the power creep, like, goes higher, and then they never touch it again, and then it's back to, like, being terrible, so I don't really... I'm not pressed here. I feel like Brella is, like, quite literally in one of the best positions in the game in terms of, like, it'll get buffed later, because it is, like, absolute bottom of the barrel, like, its usage is terrible, its win rate is probably, like, atrocious. You know, aspects of its kit like haven't really been touched in like meaningful ways that don't like impact other weapons as well. Because even if we want to argue like, oh, the back buff and the trip strike buff, it's like there's other weapons with those like options that are just better. stronger. Thank you for that. Like, it really wouldn't surprise me to wake up one day in this game and see a bunch of damage values against Brella go down. Because I think that's like how they would like increase the longevity and survivability of the weapon without like directly buffing the HP. That's what they did in 2. Like on one of the first like patches that they like super buff Brella, they like reduced the amount of damage stuff like Shooter Dually and Splatling did to it. And then the weapon was actually performing decently against it. It's like, wow, you can't just shred the shield for free anymore. Amidst like a million other things that help the... Viper was down there for so long as that weapon. Forget the charger change. I don't think that's necessary, honestly. Like, if charge is supposed to be the answer, that's perfectly fine. Because I think it's too extreme before the triple multiplier, like when it was only 1 times, because, think of it like this, like, you're a charger, you're trying to punish a jump and you shoot the Brella as it lands, like, back in, like, version, like, 1.3.0. Bro did, like, 30% damage to the shield by investing a full charge into it. Like, I think that's, like, way too little. Or, like, the fact you're a charge time weapon. Because that's really what it was back then. Like, you just make bad jumps and the charger tries to punish it, and, like, bro, like, actually just tickles you. You know, reasons to charger to be bad. Yeah, I don't like charger being good either, but I don't think like Brella being on the polar extremity on the other end is exactly healthy either. Because even then, I was like, that was like before I streamed, but I was like laughing at that. I'm like, that's a stupid interaction. That's not gonna last, and it didn't. I slapped with the triple damage multiplier. And like that works both ways. Cause I remember when Baller one tap Brella shield like 10-2 just by bumping into it. I'm like, that's stupid. That shouldn't be a thing. It got changed like really early. I mean, sometimes you just get like the sense right where you're just like, this interaction's kind of dumb. I could see it changing. Like it happens eventually. Yeah, Bo deletes Brella, so does... I mean, honestly, the bow part I don't care about as much because bow's not really super relevant. It's more just the sword problem. Like, sword actually dumpsters it. Like, bow has a charge and it's slow at least, so if you get on top of it, you can kill it with Brella, but like... Good god, like, fighting like a competent, like, light sword is just like, you can't hit them in the first place, and they're melting your shield the entire time, and they're outranging you, and they're outstrafing you. Like, killing a sword with Brella is, like, actually impossible if the sword player has, like, any sense of, like, how Brella plays and how sword play. Like, Viper actually just, like, completely sits on Brella. Not to mention the fact it has Torpedo, which Brella doesn't like fighting because you just throw it behind it, and that's awkward, and then it has Hammer, so even if, like... even if for some crazy reason you somehow pin the Wiper to the corner, bro just like pulls the Uno reverse card, smacks you and kills you. It's like, alright, cool. This is a great interaction. And like, I like Wiper. Wiper is awesome, but like, that's like the actual POV. Like, if you're playing Brella v Wiper, that like, it is unplayably bad. You know, damage multiplier or not, that'd probably be a bad matchup, but the damage multiplier is also crazy. Eddie beats Sword with Splash. Crossfire with your teammate and Burst Bomb if you're trying. Also, you need to move a lot. You can't stand still and just try and laser them because it's too mobile. I feel like there's a problem a lot of Splashes have, where they don't move enough. They don't abuse the fact their weapon has no end leg and it's a lightweight. Like, you really need good movement with Splash to deal with weapons that are so mobile like that. If you're getting outrange and they're just sitting at the max range, that's just like, that's its own thing. Like, you don't even... You only throw Burst to, like, dissuade them. Or to dissuade them from doing what they're doing, or just, like, Crossfire with your teammate if they're, like, a machine or something. Because winning, like, clean 1v1s against Sword's freaking hard with a lot of things, if they outrange you. Snapper's a lot easier, honestly, because, yeah, they have longer range, but they don't have, like, the bajillion strafe speed the lightweight weapon has, and, like, the horizontal slashes on Wiper have, like, no end lag. They literally get those dudes, like, bobbing up and down, like, fuck, 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 and they pop up and down. It's like, I can't, this guy. After they, like, Ledge Goblin. That's also a thing. The verticals is very strong. It's more of a Stamper thing, but, like, even Wiper can do it. It's like, Wiper is like Nautilus in a way, where it's like, it's very hard to cleanly win fights against it by yourself. Not the 52 gal. They're so weak. The Splash didn't throw burst bombs at them. They got a kill. They died. Great shot. Kinda just getting snowballed. Have we had a crab on defense? I don't think there's a crab on defense. Yeah, like that. Even though I was playing supports like Splash and Jarn, it was harder than you initially expected. Definitely harder than playing like a Slayer. But you're supposed to go kill people, Splash you have to figure out if you'd be painting for special, popping spell. Yeah, I always talked about that, even like month one of the game. I said like the differentiation between like, you know, like a higher level Splash versus like a lower level one is it's really hard to know what to do with Splash sometimes, and you get overwhelmed if you don't know the flowchart like super well. Because it's a really flexible weapon, you're asked to do like a million things and you can't do a million things at once all the time. So, you know, yeah, it's the thing where it's like, yeah, right, your Splasher is supposed to be painting, or like, oh yeah, you're a Splasher, you're supposed to be throwing burst bombs in the fights your teammate are in. It's like, oh yeah, you're a Splasher, you're supposed to be farming crab, and it's like, oh, you have to set up the crab in the positions you want. And then like effectively use the crab and stuff like that. Like there is a flowchart to it for sure, but I definitely see people getting like overwhelmed when they're trying to like juggle a million roles, or alternatively they play Splash 2 aggro, don't farm crabs, don't pay for their teammates, don't crossfire with burst bomb, and then you can just tell they're like an NA Splash, which is like I say that a million times because I see that a lot from people, and it's just like it's like the best Splashes really like know when to do everything, like actually like help their team, but also being like a really obnoxious like solo presence. Like it's hard. It's it takes like a healthy balance of everything, but it's like really hard to nail that down without like looking at a game, you know, from like an overhead or like a VOD view. Sometimes. Yeah, like you can do everything, because like I'd say I definitely fall into like support Splash the way I play it as well. Like hybrid, but like even then there's times where I just sit there and I just shark as like the opportunity is there, and then you can get a kill to kind of snowball. But then yeah, there are definitely those moments where like you commit to something and you're close to crab and you like trade and you're just like, oh, like I shouldn't have. I should have just like backed out because I'm a lightweight shooter and like I could have thrown bursts and probably like, you know, gotten the kill without like dying myself. Stuff like that. It's hard. Because you also get like some flashes you play super passive and they get like 10 crabs a game and they get like 3 kills because like they're not mechanically proficient either. So it's like there's extremities on both ends for sure. You want to be like somewhere in the middle where it's like, you know, like when to grasp, but when to just like chill and paint and like help people. But it's definitely a thing where it's like you have to like work bit by bit. You can't like be expected to do literally everything at once. Like you're not going to throw 2 burst bombs out of your teammate in a fight while also painting the floor, especially now, because you throw 2 burst bombs, you have no ink basically. Like you throw 2 burst bombs, you paint like 15 pixels or like 20 or whatever it is. And then you're just like out of commission for a few seconds. And like at times like that, it can be fine if like you're about to pop crab and stuff like that, like, you know, the way specials work, but yeah. Like Splash is an easy weapon, but it's hard to like master because you're asked to do like a bajillion things at once. That's like simple like barrier for entry, but it's also like a cool weapon, and it's part of the reason why I don't hate it being like top tier, right? Because like the really good splashes are still like entertaining to like watch, like because you see the way they play around their teammates, and it's cool. Also, by the way, I'm just gonna go to rotation because I'm scrimming out the hour. As a heads up. I'd turn a bit more after that. Yeah, a lot of it's game sense. And a lot of the thing with game sense is like it's the kind of thing you can learn a lot about without actually playing the game. Like if you just like watch tournaments and like, you know, look at like high level splashes and just like look at how they're doing or how they're like playing with their teammates, right? I'm trying to think like from like the teams I play that are like high level players. It's like I'll like play people and like they'll have 2 splash and that's like standard, right? But it's like the thing where like with like high level splashes, like they literally like they combo their burst bombs together so well that like reasons like that are why burst bomb got nerfed the way it did. Like it's just like oppressive. Like you so much as like breathe on the map and you just implode and then the other team has advantage. Like stuff like that. It's just like that's hard to like teach people because that involves like having the awareness but also like the synergy with someone. Be like really good about that. But like that's also like what makes it like super scary because like you're just like, you know, quote unquote playing neutral and then you get freaking like auto deleted and you're like, what happened? I'm scrimming with the team that I'm playing with for the first qualifier, the Ink V one, just tomorrow. So it's like me, Brian, Omega, and Benji. No. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, their comp's kinda terrible. It was freaking Nova, but they... Or help. Why does my own curling have to be the killer? Like, he's 1 in the corner on our map and I miss it. Like, you see that. Bro. Oh, heck you. Now. The Nova's playing at splatter shot range, god help us. Yeah, that's an element. Bro's picking Nova and TC, that's not gonna work. Yeah, it'll be fun. The first qualifier's tomorrow, the second one's next week. So we'll see how it goes. It's kind of like weird timing because like you practice all this time, right? But then the patch, like things change. Like what's strong is still strong, but not as strong, so you have to like adjust a bit. Splatoon devs are really good about having patches always be before like big tourneys, I swear. Like at least this patch was like after PAX, right? But even like even tomorrow there's like a LAN. Interesting. Is try mechanically difficult? No. You just need like good awareness. Let's try. Try is definitely one of the simpler weapons mechanically. But it's also like kind of harder than you it's like deceptively tricky because it is so mechanically easy, so it's easy for people to fall into the habit of mashing like a trillion times, and like even like I'm guilty of that sometimes. Because you kinda autopilot and you'll just do the thing where it's like you flick like 5 times. And it's like you think about it, it's like I only needed to do 2 of those, and then I could have like moved instead. Like it's very easy to autopilot with that weapon. Which isn't like inherently bad, but like it can be. Yeah, you need to be aware of the fact that you can build bad habits with something like try because it's so simple. Because yeah, there's the haha, like they mash the trigger in someone's general range and they die, like yes. But like when it comes to the harder games where you have to like work hard to get in someone's range and they don't just give you that, like you're gonna have to be working a lot harder. In moments like that, you're gonna be punished for like, you know, just standing still and just like shooting a trillion times instead of just being like, oh yeah, I'm a lightweight by the way, I should actually be like moving and not just stationary and mashing at people. You know, it's like other stuff with tries, like, you know, you can like shark a wall and then like do this and kill people. Like there's cool stuff it can do. Also, I'd say with try it's a little tricky because like, you know, regardless of your variant, you have to if you're playing V-try, then like your jetpacks have to be kind of godlike. But if you're playing Nouveau, like you might get the bad habit of like, you know, throwing Fizzy when you shouldn't necessarily. And you try and get him after. I'm not playing with viewers right now, and I'm gonna end in a couple minutes. Is it gonna go scrim? So not at this moment. Usually if streamers are playing with viewers and they have viewer play in the title for playing with viewers. Yeah, like as a main weapon, try is like pretty simplistic, but there is nuance. Nope. Would have been satisfying if I hit that. Thanks for the bubble. This really is just the Surge and TC kind of game. Yeah. Yeah, Inkbrush is like... I feel like the hard part of Inkbrush comes from understanding, like, how to rat. Like, how to just, like, be annoying and not die. Is the part that is, like, difficult with that. Because, like, outside of that, then yeah, it's like, once you, like, close the distance, you literally just, you know, delete people. Ideally, assuming, like, your mashing is good and all that, and your spacing. Or Star Reflux. Discipline's typically valuable. Yeah. Yeah, no, just like straight up a lot of people who are trying to improve in this game just like lack discipline, just straight up. You know, that's like present in like every player to some degree, but there's definitely moments where like you make a play and you're like, wow, that play was bad, and you think about it for like half a second, you're like, wow, I was really greedy. Why did I do that? Because it's really easy to do that kind of stuff. Reflux. Wow. But yeah, I'm gonna go Grim. I felt like I might stream after, but maybe not, because Splatfest is later. I don't know about that. I'll see, but for now I will end. Thank you for joining me. It was fun. I will probably play Wunder next time I stream, assuming it's like a sense rotation or whatever. We'll see. Yeah, it was fun. And yeah, you're welcome for the stream. I hope you all have a good day and a fun Splatfest, assuming you're playing that in like 4 hours? Yeah, like 4 hours. Yeah. I don't tend to stream Splatfest, but like maybe. I don't know. I just don't tend to stream on weekends is the thing. Thanks for discussion, answering your questions. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I agree with Victor. You have good questions. Because I always tell people if they want like good answers, you have to give me like specific questions. Because like, I don't want to call it a bad question, but there's definitely cases where people will be like, "How do I get better?" Question mark, or how do I get better with like insert complicated weapon here? It's like that's like a whole can of worms. Like you could literally just have me rambling for like an hour, and like it might not even answer the question because it's so like broad. For sure. Yeah, it's always like tips for like insert weapons. Like oh my god, like I want to help you, but like that's so nondescript. It happens. It's funny. But yeah, I must go for now. Have a good one. Bye bye.